EU. They went up against Yavilte and managed to beat them, Lunium. So Team 1 have kind of defeated some really high seeds to get their way through that losers bracket. But here we go. Let's get into this first game. It's going to be Teamcats versus 0% for the winners final. Let's see where these bans are going to go.
0% will ban the Luna Snow. We know that Dridro has been doing amazing on the character. This is like quite logic ban, to be honest. The character is quite powerful. And we also want to remove the Ella on Teamcat side. We know Sestroid is doing amazing on it, even his Sparker can be amazing, but Sparker is probably known as the best Psylocke in Europe or maybe in the world, but watch out Etsu from Team Yonkonda later on. You will understand that he's not the only good player on the Psylocke. So the save is quite logic, because Sparker, I think, has been MVP, I wouldn't say 100% of the time when he's playing Psylocke, but almost, so he's really impactful. We are saving the Punisher. I know Sestroid has been playing Punisher quite a lot. He's mainly playing Ella and Punisher, so that can be interesting to see. And of course, we want to remove the Hulk because we don't want to see the Gamma Gang.
Yeah, I mean, that's just too much of a good power-up, and V uses it quite a bit. But yeah, you mentioned, of course, that Psylocke pick for Sparker, and they do have their own hero that's capable of dominating on that hero on 0%. But it just seems anytime Sparker gets access to that Psylocke, Teamcats just cannot be touched. So it's going to be really interesting to keep a close eye on this. 0% have gone up against some heavy teams to be able to get into this winners final. Let's see if they're going to be the first team to finally take a map away from the dominant Teamcats.
In Burn Inshallah, first game of this best of 5, and we're going to Porto directly from Nevix. We want to take the high ground and be the first on the points.
I like this. I like the aggressive plays. They usually work for teams in this championship so far. So let's see Teamcats going for it out of the bat. Interesting Pixel rotating back onto that Scarlet Witch. And we've got a double portal off going on here already, Lunium. Magneto getting quite weak. Diving on in on that Doctor Strange. They're not able to just pick it up yet. But look how weak Pixel is as well. There's the first KO. Be managing to grab it on Sestroid. Really good Star-Lord play there.
Really good Star-Lord play. We should be able to take the first point for Teamcats. And really interesting also, when you are facing a Loki, you have to destroy all the decoy, because he can move on all the decoys and he can just put the totem, the immunity totem, and protect all of this team. Really nice and clean team fight once again from Teamcats. They managed to get the first KO, and after one, 0% needs to get back on track. This is only the beginning, so this is their first match of the day also. They probably did some practice, but they need to get more into it.
Yeah, and I mean, we're getting close to ultimates already here, especially on the side of Teamcats. As soon as Mantis has that ultimate, that's going to give them the advantage in this next team fight. We're seeing if we can pick up Pixel, and we do. Sparker showing why they are the dominant Psylocke player in this EU region, continuing to try and dive onto the backline there. Unfortunately, unable to find anyone. The strategists doing their job, keeping up their duelist, and we're kind of just having a bit of a match here where everyone's just glancing blows, but nobody's making any progress just yet.
We have a lot of ultimates. Speaking of Dance of the Butterfly, forcing right there from Sylvie. This Soul Resurgence Cypher securing a nice KO there on the Magneto. We are going back into the point to fight. We know we have Sylvie 5 and their networks taking so much damage, being saved by the Loki immunity totem. But we're going in again. Dodge Bicep, Cypher, Dridro, one after one. Sestroid has to go back. Oh, that's going to be too complicated. We're going to be delay kill. That's 70% already, and that seems quite complicated, but this time, 0%, they can do it. They got a Doctor Strange portal. They might not do it now. They maybe prefer to do it for the last touch, and they have 4 ultimate on the line. We still do 4 ultimate on the line for especially the massive resurrection. That can be quite useful, and here come the next team fight that will be quite important.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of ultimates here. There's a Dance with the Butterfly trying to dive onto Doge, but they're not able to pick it up. Sparker does, though. We see the Meteor M coming out. That does pick up 2, well, Cypher, and then Sestroid picking up 3. That is huge. We're finally seeing some pressure coming in here from 0%. Oh, Punisher, Final Judgment. Sparker cleans them up. And now we're on overtime. There's some pressure from 0% on the objective, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And what we love about Teamcats here, Lunium, is that they always find the answer somehow, despite the amount of pressure coming their way.
That has been doing amazing, especially a lot of DPS also from Adam Warlock. This is something we are not speaking too much about, but he is adding so much power to a comp with Mantis, which is helping quite a lot compared to other characters that can be a bit less interesting, let's say. And we will have again Pixel taking the Scarlet just for the first fight and moving back to the Psylocke. And here come the fight. We got position from 0% on the point.
Yeah, I like it. The aggressive position working for them there. We're going to see Doctor Strange just take down that environmental damage so that they've got those lines of sight. Fee getting a lot of damage onto them there. They do pick up their health pack, but that was some good engage coming on in from Pixel. Fee just diving on down, seeing what they can pick up with that. There's the Eye of Agamotto from Networks. Good defense from Dojo. They put up that and they were unable to get hit by it. And it does seem like Teamcats, with a quick rotation onto the objective here, is going to cap it for them. We see Doge trying to lock in onto the Punisher. There's a Meteor M coming the other way from here. They're not able to lock anybody down. No, in fact, it's Line Pro, that does use the Loki. But there's a Karmic Revival bringing back Teamcats into the fight. This is an intense battle, but right now, 0%. They got 20% on that cap, Lunium.
That's really good from them. Nice fight being done, and especially again with Line Pro transforming into the Mantis to get this Soul Resurgence. Pi being caught there by the Psylocke. And he thinks that it's working well. He can use his own revival that was from the ultimate before. Final Judgment coming up there from Destroyed. Can he do it? He's getting a lot of protection. Sparker can't kill him, unfortunately, and he might fall down. The answer is yes. Dodge Biceps also falling down. The nice double. We are having a really nice point there from 0%. We are not finding any solution. We are forced to be using the Karmic Revival. Not working out, but now Nevix comes with the TP. We'll have the Eye of Agamotto. That might be the turn-up of the fight.
Interesting that Nevix takes it to the other side of the arena. I really like this from them. Good aggressive play. It's going to work if they can get onto this cap point, but they need to find some quick KOs, and that's why we see the Galactic Legend come on out. They destroy the Meteor M coming in from the Magneto. The Dance of the Butterflies goes into the background. They've not found any KOs for that Galactic Legend yet, but the Eye of Agamotto does lock on in, and Nevix and Sparker clean up the rest of 0%. And just like that, Lunium, Teamcats, they've capped this objective. They get an ace.
0% and 0% being alive on this team fight. That was nicely done by Teamcats. As you mentioned, really nice play by Nevix, putting the teleporter just in the other way so we are not jumping straight into them. We know we can go aggressive after that. This is what he did, especially in the back line, in the Punisher, in the Mantis, managing to secure both kills. And now we need to take this high ground again. This is the most important position on this part of the map, especially when at the bottom all the stone has been just like destroyed. So you got the main entrance being blocked right here. You have the power of mine with the Soul Resurgence being used by Line Pro. We want to be aggressive. Dodge Biceps with the Meteorite Arm. Can we do anything? The answer is no. We are falling down. That seems to be a bit complicated. Sparkle right there. Dance of the Butterfly. Getting the double KO on Destroyed in Line Pro. But Pixel on the other end. Securing also double KO. Dridro, can he do it? Auto Revive. Chemical Revive from Dridro being used. Everyone can get back into the point. Can we out-heal all the damage? That's going to be quite complicated. Dridro also being resurrecting himself. We are going in Saipe with the Soul Resurgence, Sparkle, Fire, Saipe. We are getting knockout after knockout, and we are taking the point back. 97% from 0%, which is quite close to get this sub-map, but once again, amazing massive resurrection done by Dridro that entirely won the fight.
Yeah, I mean, that was really well played by 0%. As you mentioned, they've got it to the 97% mark now. Realistically, if they have another team fight just like that and manage to back Teamcats off it, they may be able to do this. There's a portal coming on out. Cestroid is here. They, of course, have that final judgment ready to rock and a roll, which is great for defending these pads. There we go. There's the Dance of the Butterflies from Pixel. They do manage to pick up Doge. That's a huge pickup. With that Vanguard no longer being there, B pops the Galactic Legend, but it is actually 0% that are all on this right now. Spark has to dive on in, and they find the important KO on the final judgment. This is it. 0% have got the cap. It's going to go to overtime, and nobody's on it. They managed to take the second map, Lunium. We're going to a third round. Yeah, it does feel like if anyone can take something away from Teamcats, 0% will be the team to do so. Network's having a bit of a battle up with the Doctor Stranges here. Mission area about to unlock. It does seem like Teamcats have the advantage. They're on the point already. The shield has been annihilated from Networks. We do have that going on from the Magneto, but there's an Eye of Agamotto in the background, Lunium. And with Magneto falling thanks to Sparker, that's a really good aggressive play, but the Mantis ultimate is going to do enough to get 0% actually on this point. Meteor M says goodbye to Sestroid, and we're trying to get a bit of a counterbalance going on this point, but the Mantis ultimates paired with that Loki is just too strong, and I don't think they're going to be able to clean this one up. They try with a Dance of Butterflies, but they're not able to get too many. There's one, and there's two. Network Slime Pro down, and it does seem like Teamcats, yet again, have finally found the answer.
That was a really nice aggressive play once again by Nevix with the Vagamoto. Even if you are not securing any KO, you are forcing the entire team to turn into you and save the rest of the team. And on the other side, you got Hehehe with the Magneto just falling down because he's not receiving any backup from his team. So that was really a nice fight. Sparker on the side again, trying to be like a little mosquito and trying to get any character picks there. That was close though. That was really close. And Fi, Galactic Legends being ready. That can be interesting for the next fight. We don't have Sylvie's ultimate. We will have only the totem for the Loki. But he can completely carry over everything for the next fight.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot going on here, and we do have really important ultimates on. We're very near to getting the rest on the side of Teamcats, but Pixel's very close as well. We do see that Meteor M coming on down. There's the Galactic Legend. They're going to try and throw that into the back line. They do pick up Line Pro. That's going to be huge, but they get stunned by the Eye of Agamotto. That's a lot of damage no longer coming their way. Sparker getting prepared for the Dance of the Butterflies to battle off here. That's so many KOs coming their way. Sparker gets a triple, and that's going to be Teamcats cleaning up 0% again, Lunium.
We might have one more chance for 0%, probably with the portal to go on the point directly or maybe a bit behind, but that's going to be quite complicated to do otherwise. We have Soul Resurgence, we have Line Pro close to just get the ultimate temporary, have a second Soul Resurgence, but that might be the only ultimate ability we will be able to get during this team fight, except if it's taking quite long. We are going quite aggressive. We are going to the backline. Auto damage boost on Saipin, doing so much damage. We got one strategist less, and we are going, forcing Sylvie's Soul Resurgence. We will wait a little bit from Saipe also, but Sparker falling down. That was quite good. Eye of Agamotto there from Nevix. Can we get any other KO? That's going to be the case. On Sestroid, Saipe being super aggressive with the double red there. We are Mantis, and we are just going in once again. Dridro with the Loki might not survive from Pixel. Pixel being slipped. Really nicely done by Saipe once again. We are falling one after another. Line Pro might be able to copy the ultimate ability from the... Oh, that's gonna be a copy of the Dance of the Butterfly. Can we do enough damage right there? That's gonna be the case. Only on Dodge Biceps. But we are alone. We won't be able to retouch. And that's gonna be the first game for Teamcats.
Honestly, that felt like Saipe picking up that all-important Punisher in that final battle was how Teamcats managed to pull that one through. But if we had that final judgment coming out there, that may have been a different final battle. So very fair play to them, noticing what they need to do, and a very well-deserved MVP here. It did seem like at one point Teamcats were faltering a little bit. You know, it did honestly feel like 0% had a bit of an answer to them. But of course, eventually they do come out back on top. Look at his stats, buddy. Sestroid with the 18k damage, 12 KOs, 5 of them final hits. But it's all about Sparker and Fi over there with consistent damage. 16 final hits for Sparker, buddy.
What they want to focus, and what is going to be the focus? Do you want to remove the Psylocke maybe from Sparker? But if that's the case, you are letting the Ela being open. You also got some Hawkeye, so that's going to be good to see. We are going to play into Hell's Heaven Domination.
I honestly think you need to take the Psylocke away from Sparker. I know that Sparker will just rotate onto another duelist and play that really well, but it is so difficult to beat Teamcats anyway, especially when Sparker has access to Psylocke. They've just saved it there again because Teamcats know Lunium. It is a different team when Sparker has access to that hero.
We are going for the same ban and save for now. Luna Snow, Punisher on one end, Ella, Psylocke on the other end. We want to remove the Hulk. We don't want to see the Gamma Gang, which is quite interesting. That's the exact same ban, and we might see the same ban over and over again. And we want, once again, to remove the Raccoon, because you don't want to combine it with the Punisher, which is quite efficient with the unlimited ammo, and especially the Resurrection Beacon that can just get someone back quite fast. We will see again Dridro on Loki and Saipe on Mantis. Saipe, sorry, that was the MVP of this game. He did amazing. We will have almost the same team comp. Sestroid moving on the Star-Lord when he was playing entirely the Punisher previous game. I really like seeing that. That's going to be interesting to see. you are doing to do a portal and you want to take the high ground quite fast to benefit from the team up quite just for the first fight at least, because after that the teleporter is lasting 20 seconds, so you have enough time to do that. And here come both TP, first team fight, we are doing the exact same strategy, immediate attempt from the Loki there, and from the other one we are trying to cleanse everything. It's a bit of a mess of a fight, 5 with all the damage, we are trying to reposition there. Who's gonna take it first? We are deciding to go down on the point from 0%. And speaking of going down, Networks falling down from 5. We might have the fight once again. Sparker on the flanking. Can he get destroyed on the Star-Lord? He was waiting for him. The dash to just knock him out. That was nicely played. 5 on Pixel also. And the first fight will be for Teamcats.
Yeah, so we had an even matchup there. Both of them coming out of the portals. Both of them having that team up from Magneto, and a little bit of dancing there from Sparker. And it was Teamcats that came out on top. They've got the objective. They're trying to keep the pressure up close away from it. And let's see if 0% have the answer to them just yet.
We will have the ultimate probably first on Teamcats, but still Sylvie got a lot because Mantis had a lot to heal in the previous team fight. We will have also the double Loki, God of Mischief, that will just get other Mantis ultimate, 4 Sarah of Resurgence in total, except if we have an ability to take maybe a good Eye of Agamotto, a good Dance of the Butterfly. Can be interesting to see. Dridro, nice KO there on the Star-Lord, and we might just win the next fight once again. We have to retreat. We can't win 5v6, but we are going to get pushed by Teamcats. We know we need to regroup. We know we need to wait for Destroyed. He's coming back quite fast, but here comes the first ultimate that can be quite clutch for all the future fight of this match.
Yeah, it looks like it's a very good mirror match going on here. As soon as people get ultimates up, there's a Galactic Legend. Can they take down any of the strategists? No! Loki puts up the combos straight away, and that's keeping them healed. The Meteor End didn't connect with anyone either. Mantis Soul Resurgence as well. And it seems like they haven't quite found the answer. The Galactic Legend in return doesn't take down B because they've got the shield from Magneto. So here we go, Lunium. It is the battle of all battles. The Dance of Butterflies coming on down, but they have got it of Teamcats. But 0%, they've got more people on the point, and with that connecting on Sylvie though, Doge, and maybe pulling this one back for their team. Teamcats trying to dive on in onto Network. Sparker cleans them up, and that means they're going to win this fight with how well Sparker's taken down not 1, but 2 Vanguards there, Lunium.
I don't think they can get back with the TP, they don't have time, this is not reset yet, so that's just gonna be the first sub-map being taken by Teamcats once again. 100% to 0, that was quite hard to see. 0% didn't do bad, to be honest, but just Teamcats was stronger enough. Once again, finally, he's managing to force a Resurgence, but on the other end, when you look at Destroyed, getting targeted directly when he's doing the Galactic Legends and just falling down within a second, which is quite hard. The focus is better for Teamcats, and we will see. We got both Eye of Agamotto being ready. We have the portal also, so are we gonna do the exact same? We might do that to take the high ground again. Redraw, taking the Scarlet Witch to benefit from the Magneto at the very beginning of the fight and swapping directly there for the Loki. You're not losing that much percentage of ultimate, especially if you are not above 50%. Let's take a quick look at damage before the round is starting, and even final hits. Yeah, only 1 final hit from Team 0%. That say everything basically about the domination of Teamcats.
Yeah, every team fight that's happening, they seem to find the advantage somehow. They use their ultimates in the right combo. They seem to be a lot quicker off the mark with the portals. It's all working for them right now, buddy. But this is an interesting map to have. Let's see who can come out on top. Teamcats trying to push around that corner with those portals. 0% trying to see if they can get round and drop some damage here on Networks. They do have the Eye of Agamotto ready to go, and it seems like nobody's on the point just yet. In fact, yeah, they do. Teamcats dive on down Sparker, but they've come on up to clean up, and they've got 3 KOs already on the side of Teamcats, buddy. And with Sparker cleaning up with a double, they take the ace already.
Once again, Nevix on the flanking, getting 3 person into the Eye of Agamotto, and we are securing the first team fight, which was absolutely nicely done. But we got Networks now. He will have a move to do with this Eye of Agamotto. He needs to go into the backline. He needs to just CC both strategists, and they will be able to win the fight. We are deciding to go into the high ground, but you got Sparker. Sparker will have the Dance of the Butterfly. You don't have Sylvie ultimate, you don't have Line Pro ultimate. And speaking of Line Pro, just being knocked out, Fi with a good damage there. Sparker cleaning everything. One KO after another. We are not finding any solution yet for 0%.
Wow, okay, Teamcats, they've got no chill at all, buddy. They get a second ace in just the second team fight. This is ridiculously strong from them, and honestly, it's all about how they swarm the team together and just use those abilities to really work with each other and clean people up very quickly. Look at Fee just getting prepared to get on the back line, try and see if they can pick up some strategists and some duelists back there.
Once again, same positioning for 0%. Can we get it? We are moving away from 5. We got the Galactic Legends being ready. But this time we will have some defensive ability from Sylvie, from Line Pro, if he copies this Resurgence. But we got Sparker. Will force probably... Oh my god. How are they doing? You are not able to save anyone, Sylvie, with your Resurgence though, because Sparker is too fast for you. Can we do it? Network still with the Eye of Agamotto. But... will he be able to use it? I am not sure. He's just alone. Sestroid just getting back. We need to continue. You need to go in. Line Pro, they are falling down. That might be the moment. Dodge Bicep with another KO. Sestroid being absolutely destroyed. And they are moving on them. We don't have the portal. And I think that's the game, Tano.
Yeah, that's going to be the game, buddy. That was nearly another ace. I mean, pretty much it was. And that is going to be the game. So... it definitely didn't feel like 0% had even a slight chance in that one, but they did previously, and it just feels like Teamcats just get more confident as they go into these games, buddy. Really showcasing their capabilities there, and I mean, what more can we say? Sparker yet again picking up those all-important KOs around the backside, taking down the Punisher. Dredro with a really deserved MVP. Look at the healing they were coming into, look at the damage they were blocking. It was such a good game, and I don't know how anyone is going to be able to defeat this team. It's a tall order, though. It's definitely a difficult thing to do. Nobody has managed to do so throughout the entirety of this tournament so far, and you're in the winners' final, though, so no matter what happens, 0%, they can take their hats off. They can pat themselves on the back because they have got their way all the way to the winners' final. But, of course, they ain't going to be happy with that, Lunium. They want to go on through to the grand final. They want to try and get the reverse sweep here, but let's see if they can do it. Finally, they get rid of that Psylocke, so Sparker won't have access to it.
Of course, Sparker can play a lot of the other character, but I think it was part of the issue. The Psylocke taking so much space, forcing out defensive ability, assassinating everyone in a way. So I'm really happy to see that from 0%. We will have an Ela ban also, but this time we're gonna save the Luna Snow that has been banned twice in a row also, and Dredro has been showing fantastic plays and fantastic healing from this character, and we might take it also from Line Pro probably. We are keep going with the Punisher save. We really want to have Sestroid probably on him. Can we probably get this time the Raccoon? That could be quite interesting because all of the time we were banning the Hulk. Hulk is quite an interesting character being played, but we are removing the Iron Man. So does it make sense to remove the Hulk, or do we want to focus on the Raccoon again?
I think the Hulk does get used quite a bit on this Symbiote Surface Convergence. It is going to be the Raccoon that gets banned out, especially when you know that 0% are trying to save that Punisher. So I feel like we will get Doctor Strange locked in. We're probably going to get some Hulk along the way somewhere, but for now, it's definitely going to be the Dredro taking that Lunar Snow. We've got Fee again on the Star-Lord. We do have the Hulk there on Nevix, actually. I just missed that one. So they're going straight for that Gamma Gang matchup there.
Answer in a couple of minutes.
We're going to see Doge throw out this portal just to keep a close eye on what's going on with 0%. See if they are going to be portaling themselves or just making their way over. Sparker going to continue dropping this damage at range whilst they can. They may be able to find a clean pick-off, although it looks like 0% are going to take the left-hand rotate. And they're aware of it, of course. Doge was there waiting to see what was going on with that portal.
We're taking the high ground. We know they are coming from there. There is no other road being possible. They can break the door just next to them, and they might do it and go on the point again. We can see Saipe quite aggressive also, and Sparker with the first nice KO down Sylvie, one headshot. When you are all packed like this, if you got a good aim, you might be able to take an important KO. This is exactly what Sparker did, and We just need to wait. You can't really fight over a 5d6 like this, especially when you are facing Sparker on Hawkeye, and all the rest of the damage can be quite massive. Almost 50% on the clock. Underside is not the most efficient ultimate, but it can still be feel scary. Pixel, speaking of being scared, you are getting one tap, buddy, and they are still trapped on this side. Are they gonna try to do a portal and jump into the point? That might be a technique that can be interesting, so they can destabilize maybe the Teamcats, but that's quite hard for them right now.
I mean, the difficulty is, mate, while Sparker is able to just sit back here on this Hawkeye and drop these this damage and these KOs, this is why we're seeing networks trying to rotate onto them, because they need to take out Sparker, but they just pop the Hunter's sight and they back them away. Look at that, they clean down that Winter Soldier, and Sparker's just going to continue doing what Hawkeye can do. If they can take down the Lunar Snow, they're going to win this fight easily. They finally engage onto the point, but unfortunately they don't have anyone else on their team with them, and this is just going to be Teamcats doing what Teamcats does best. They're going to continue to push 0% back, and they're just going to have to get back to their spawn room, regroup, and come back in for another team fight.
2 minutes on the clock. They got the portal. They need probably to go on the point. That might be something interesting, or just go into the backline, but we are aware of it. That's why Nevix is going there. They TP'd, which is interesting. They are taking a good position. We are moving a bit back from Sparker, mostly into the enemy spawn. Can we secure a good KO there with a good arrow? They know it. They don't have to pick, because it can be quite important right there. Judge Fury execution of the final judgment is here, but is it possible to do anything? Nice Horn of Proteus right there from Fire to cover and just counter this ultimate. Saipe with a good KO on Sparker continuing with all the damage. We are pushing them. We know they don't get the Magneto anymore, and now that's the Winter Soldier, and we're gonna be knocked out one after the other. We don't have any solution. Networks falling down in a bit. No, this is not the case. Eye of Agamotto, can we get any KO? No, we can't. Nice exile from the Hulk right there. We are moving out, but we are still not in a good shape. Nice Eye of Agamotto from Dodge Biceps, and this is over. What can you do?
You can't do anything with it. They're trying to pop all the ultimates just to try and save themselves sometimes. We get the armed and dangerous, but they're not able to go again just yet. They want to, but again, the defense from Teamcats has been too much, and I gotta say, the Sparker putting so much pressure onto Zestroid. They popped, oh my god, they popped the final judgment there, Lunium, but they weren't able to do anything with it because Sparker was just dropping the arrows onto them. They had to sit behind the wall, and that's the difference between this team winning and this team losing. They're going to be able to put this up. There's 15 seconds left, and look at this. Teamcats, they're just rolling them back to the spawn room. They managed to take down 3 KOs there. Another final judgment, but unfortunately it's not going to be able to do much. They do find B, but there's 4 seconds left, Lunium, and they're not even going to be able to touch this point, I don't believe. We see the portal, but it isn't enough. Teamcats taking this first map.
We are in a winner final, and Teamcats are just going into the enemy spawn and farming one by one every person from 0%. That is crazy how this team has been doing since the beginning of the tournament, since their creation in the beta tournament. They didn't drop a single game, and it seems like they don't want to drop a single game once again there into this Season 0 tournament. What can you do? How can you counter? Maybe a Namor can be interesting compared to the Winter Soldier that was not efficient enough. We didn't manage to get a single grab. The Kraken impact didn't have any impact. We couldn't have any resets, which is quite hard when you are facing maybe a Namor or like especially a Loki. You got all the reset on the decoys, so that can be interesting to go again and again, but there is no Loki in this game, so that's quite hard. Only 5 get knocked out once into the previous game. That's quite crazy. A lot of damage also that has been done right here by Sparker with 6 final hits. Is definitely the man to look at. And once again, right now this is Saipe getting the MVP with a perfect KDA with nice damage. Also, he got more damage than Pixel, double the damage of Pixel almost when he's on Strategist, which is crazy.
I mean, look at Lime Pro's healing, 17k. I mean, of course, there was a lot of damage coming to 0% there, and Lime Pro just trying to heal all of it. Great play by them, but this is it. And to be fair, this point is probably easier. Well, it definitely is easier to defend than it is to attack. You've got these sightlines that are so easy for them to be able to clean up, but Sparker trying to drop that damage onto Sestroid. We're having a bit of a Hawkeye battle off going on here. The healing comes their way, and they just need to find the way in right now. It doesn't seem like they're able to. Teamcats getting pushed back yet again, 0%. They are all on the objective. They've got the damage coming their way. G-Drio trying to take down somebody in the back line. It just doesn't seem like they've got the answer just yet.
Can we do it? We might have some good picks, shielding, or maybe Fai is out of position, but he's able to survive right here. We are fighting on the front. The Sparker with a good arrow on Sestroid, and that's already a 6v5. Can we come again? Their networks trying on the Doctor Strange, but that's not gonna work. Pixel falling down. We are going in, dodge biceps just up in the air, and this is it. We are not taking any knockout from 0% on this part of the map. That's gonna be a clean 3-0 after a really nice game from 0% on the first map on the Domination Burning Shala. It seems like it was a bit too complicated. We're gonna see them again in the loser final. But man, who can face Teamcats? Who can tank them a game? I think that's not possible.